Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome to episode 16 of My Thoughts No One Asked For. And I today is Friday. Today is Friday. It's not Wednesday. Okay. Um, if you don't know, I usually for the past 15 weeks I've been streaming on Wednesday nights. Today is a Friday night. So I'm gonna quickly explain why I'm currently streaming on a Friday night and not a Wednesday night. Um, for starters, I'm streaming on a Friday night because over the last week or two, I've been blessed with a new job. I would play some sound effects, but I don't have my sound effects in my stream deck yet, so whatever. But yes, applause, give it up to me, okay? Thank God. So I'm very, very happy I got a new job. And well, technically it's not a new job. It's like the same job, but like a different location or whatever and a different schedule. That was my biggest issue. And if you've been keeping up with my episodes, you know that I've been, or if you just know me in real life, you know I've been very, very frustrated with my work schedule and feeling like very I don't know, just very unhappy with my work schedule and feeling like I was coming home too late and my sleep schedule's off. And so this week was like the first week that I worked normal hours. And I say normal hours because like most adults work like 9 to 5, 7 to 3 or 7, whatever. Like most people work like school schedules for the most part and they're off weekends. And like I needed something like that, more routine, something more with structure rather than like a schedule that was all over the place. And so this week I had to adjust to and mind you, I went straight into the new schedule too. So I didn't get a break. I had my last job, I was a soldier for a weekend and then I was right into my new job. And so I had to take this week to adjust to my new schedule um because I was completely off. I had to adjust to my new schedule and just like, you know, fully get in the mix. So on Wednesday, when I got off work, I was not feeling well. My stomach felt like absolute shit. So yeah, wasn't feeling great on Wednesday. There was no way in fuck I was gonna stream at all. So then Friday came, today came, and I was like, oh, I had to work a little later today just cause, you know, some they're training a new person. But I get off at 3 now, so when Friday came, I was like, "Okay, maybe I might switch the streaming days to Friday." So, for now I'm just going to say that the episodes I'll be streaming the episodes live. I'll be streaming My Thoughts No One Asked For episodes live every Friday. No longer Wednesday. I'm also my ADHD is all over the place. Let me slow down. For now, it's Friday. I'll say that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stick with Friday, but if it changes again, it'll be very clear. I do plan on ending this first season around the end of the year. Um, because I have for the next era and like phase of the show, I want it to be like very bold and clear and like over the top. So, until I start season 2 Friday nights, be here. If you follow me on my social media platforms, I'll let you know when I go live. Um and if you follow me on Twitch, you should already know. I now that my schedule is a lot more open, I will be doing some extra streams. However, I have a lot planned. So I'll go into the next quick little update thing. Um so recently what I did as I'm like adjusting to my new schedule is I added content days on my calendar because I have so much content and so many ideas, and it's so hard to keep up with sometimes. And I was like, you know what? I need to have a content day every single week so I can stay on top of all of my ideas, all of my content, and keep me consistent because I'm about to be doing so many different things at one time. So I'm just throwing that out there in case any content creators who watch my content, you might feel a little flustered. Um, Try that. I'm gonna try that, and I think that's gonna be extremely helpful for me. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I want to kind of transition into the show, but I wanted to give y'all just a quick update and kind of let y'all know. Again, I want to reiterate, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. My thoughts, no one asked for. Subscribe, 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 and watch the uploads there. Like I said, right now I'll be streaming live Friday nights. And the upload should be on YouTube Saturdays, Saturday afternoon ish. I feel like that would be better for me since I'm off on the weekends now. So if I stream Friday nights, I can, spend tomorrow morning editing and it won't be like a whole lot on me versus streaming Wednesday night and then I have to work Thursday and Friday morning. Like that's doesn't make sense to me. So my schedule is changing, but I'm adapting. I am so fucking tired right now, to be honest with you. I'm extremely sleepy. um, but I said on my way home, I was like, you know what? If I go home and my internet is running fine, then I'm gonna stream. No excuses. And I came home and it's running just fine. So that was my sign to just go ahead and stream. So here I am for episode 6. Um, I have a handful of things to talk about. We're kind of going to stay in the same world for most of it, but I also won't be here long. 'Cause I can yap. If I just sat on here and just started running my mouth, I'll be on here for like at least 2 hours. So let's look at my topic, see what I want to start. So here's what I want to. Hmm. What do I want to start with? Okay. I'll say this. I'll start off with this just to get it off my chest because I want to practice full transparency with you guys. Okay? I want to practice full transparency. So, usually when I start these episodes and I'm like, I tell y'all how I'm feeling. I tell y'all, "Hey guys, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm in a good mood." Um, I'm not feeling great today. I'm not feeling great at all, actually. And I feel like I'm gonna try to describe this while being very vague because I can't tell my business on the internet. Um, but like, have y'all ever experienced something and then begin to question if it's like if it was ever like in something you were experiencing in reality or if it was something you were experiencing in your head. Like, do you ever sometimes have such insane dynamics with people and like insane interactions and experiences and you're like, "Wait, am I a little insane? Like, am I crazy? Do I need to be admitted because they're like, do you just ever question your reality, like what your perception is versus what actually occurred? And now I'm just kind of like, am I losing my mind a little bit? So I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like, wait, who is that who chatted? Oh, hey girl, how are ya? Um, right now I do kind of feel like I'm going a little bit insane, and I really wish I could be more specific. I'm gonna try to be as specific as I can without telling my business. Imma just say that it is very hard for me. So you know how people will be like, "Oh," I seen this tweet actually today where it said, "You should not let how people treat you define your self-worth," right? And, like, you should not let how people treat you define who you are or how you view yourself. And I feel like online, I see a lot of people telling us how we should be acting or what we should be doing without talking about how really fucking hard it is to actually execute that. Like, I'm sorry. If 10 people consecutively, if 10 people in a fucking row are treating me like shit, yeah, I might start to think that that is supposed to be normal for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to, in a way, somewhat let that define my self-worth or change my POV of what I'm supposed to expect or accept. And like if we're going to put it simply, if we're just going to make everything sound so easy, yeah, I totally should not let people's actions towards me define me and how I should view myself. But like that's pretty fucking hard. Hey, can we have that conversation? That's very difficult when you keep experiencing the same thing over and over and over, especially when you're like you're doing all the right things like communicating and like setting boundaries and like trying to protect yourself as much as possible. Like, yeah, like it's like I can do all of the right things. Like I'm still like people are still going to do whatever they want to do. They're still going to treat you however they want to treat you, and like it's hard to not think, you know what? Okay, maybe I'm just like not supposed to, maybe this is just what I'm supposed to be. If I constantly feel I would say an example is that I feel like generally speaking, I always tend to feel disposable to most people that I interact with. Um I don't feel like an unnecessary person in anyone's life. And I think that people treat me like I'm disposable. And so if I have enough of those experiences, then like, yeah, at some point I'm going to start to believe that a little bit. And like I'm emotionally intelligent enough to understand that like I shouldn't. But like can we just be real? Like I just like y'all online telling me about what I should or shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't do this. You're so deserving of this and this and being treated blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's not how I'm being treated in real life. Like people are actually treating me extremely poorly. So it's like I I don't mean to sound depressing, but I'm just trying to have a real conversation because yeah, I'm trying to get to that place where I don't let people's actions towards me define who I am and like my worth. But like it's quite a rocky road getting there. To just keep it a buck. Like it is a rocky road to get there, and it's definitely more of a me problem than an anyone problem. So I'm well aware of that. Like it's going to take a lot of work within myself. But yeah. Um it's just something that I don't see enough people being honest about, and y'all are telling me that I should just, oh, you're so deserving to be loved and be treated right and to be, whatever. Like every human is deserving of being treated like a fucking human. Everybody is worthy of compassion and all of those amazing things. Yes. But like if that's not what you're experiencing consistently in your day to day, that's extremely hard to believe. So, um, yeah, just wanted to kind of say that I don't really want to like yap too much more about it, but that is what's on my mind right now or today. And so yeah, I definitely don't feel great. Um, I'm a little annoyed actually. I'm a little annoyed and I'm confused as well. I'm very confused. And so yeah, I'm working on that. But a good thing is I'm on stream, so I get to talk out my thoughts. And I'm happy that I didn't miss my stream this week. So that makes me feel better. And I'm blessed to have a new job. So that feels great. And it's the weekend. Then I don't have work. So those are some positives, even though I'm not feeling too great. So yeah. Moving right along to the show. So the theme of this episode, as far as what I want to talk about, surrounds influencer culture. I seen a lot of talk about influencers making too much money and I don't think the original video is up anymore. I think the girl deleted it. Um, I want to try to pull up the video that I seen. I don't know if I saved it. Oh, here it is. So I'm gonna save a video or I'm gonna show y'all a video of some other girl talking about it. But this wasn't the original video. So I'm finna let me mute up real quick.
Look, I'm not a pocket watcher or nothing like that, but these influencers make way too much fucking money. Like, there has to be some type of, like, something to stop this shit, because there's no way that, like, influencers make more than doctors. And that just shows you how much money goes into, like, advertising and how much people are willing to spend on consumerism. Like, somebody posting a fucking wig review or makeup review can make a company like millions and millions of dollars. So these influencers get their fair pay, like, fair enough. But that shit is not, like, that shit is OD. Like, these influencers, like, I'm sorry, like, oh, but she works for her money. Like, bitch, she films makeup reviews. It's literally just a makeup review, and I get it. But bitch, like, people are in hundreds and thousands of dollars of fucking student loan debt to be doctors, to make sure that your heart can pump in your chest, and you're justifying somebody who literally just puts on mascara to make that much money. Like, that is completely unnecessary. Like, it's never that serious. And I think, like, a lot of people that want to chase this, like, influencer lifestyle and, like, make money off of the internet, like, that's actually very horrible. Like, it's no better than just being a fucking, like, capitalist. Like, you're just getting paid to sell people shit that they don't fucking need. Like, it's literally just overconsumption, and that shit is actually really fucked up, because so many people are chasing, like, beauty standards or whatever the case may be, so they'll buy and buy and buy and buy, trying to be more beautiful. But it's like, you're just, I don't know, it's like perpetuating this cycle that's really keeping us trapped. Like, I don't know, like, people really will gain it's I don't know. And the crazy part about it is that, like, these influencers will go and spend and do all this lavish shit because that's what gets them views. People are literally spending and spending and spending and spending money just so that they can get views. Like, it's people who literally have to go like, it's crazy, because that's horrible. Like, your content is dependent on you going into debt, potentially. Like, you have to spend more and more and more money for views. Like, that keeps you trapped in a cycle too. Like, there's just so much better things to do with your money. And, like, if you're an influencer and you have that much money that you're pulling in for and I'm sorry, quite frankly, doing fucking nothing. Because your niche is things that we don't need. Like, we don't need like makeup tutorials. We need food, water, and shelter. And people don't have that. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like if you were an influencer and you're making millions, like plus, like I'm talking about multi-million dollars, like you do not need that much fucking money. Like, that is some shit that, like, I feel like every influencer needs some type of foundation. And I'm not talking about like giving, oh, I just got all this PR, I'm giving it all back to you, bitch. That's spending $0. And like, I know it, like, it sounds like I'm talking about Michaela, but like Michaela is literally just like I'm just using her as like a figure to represent what a lot of these influencers do. But it's like, I don't give a fuck that you're giving back your PR. That was all free to you, which is also bullshit. But it's like, if you're really gonna like spend some actual fucking money, like, they'd be like, it's a $500 gift card, bitch. You wipe your ass with that. That's
Okay. So, I have a lot of thoughts on this. I have a lot of thoughts. Hold on. Where's my thing? Okay, here it is. Um, hmm. I have a lot of thoughts. I pretty much agree with everything she said. Um, this is my only thing with the influencers making too much money thing. You can't really get mad at them making too much money because it's not like the money just falls out the sky. Like there's enough people watching their content to allow them to monetize off of it and make a living. Like, like what? I don't know. Like that part for me is kind of like, what do you want them to do? Like people, they're not necessarily just getting free money. Like enough people are viewing, they're monetized, and they're able to make a living off of it, or they're getting brand deals and so kind of like I'm just thinking of it from a cause and effect type of perspective. Um I have always agreed and felt like there was definitely way too many influencers. I definitely agree that there's way too many influencers that make too much money. But while we're talking about while we're talking about the fact that there are influencers that make too much money, we're not talking about the fact that there's more that don't make that much, and that the influencers you think make a lot of money don't. And there's influencers that used to have money and now they broke. So I get why people complain about it because there are a lot of influencers who just make a like nasty amount of money. Like it's actually insane. Um, but there's a whole fucking lot of influencers that do not. There's a fuck ton of influencers that still work a 9 to 5, that still have a regular normal career. So although I agree, I still feel like there's more than enough influencers that are just like, regular everyday people, or somehow balancing both. Um and like we can't get mad at these filthy rich influencers who have too much money when there's enough people enjoying their content enough for them to make that money. Like it's not like it's just falling out of the sky. Like there are real people engaging with their content to allow them to create revenue and make a living. So I don't really know, like what do you want to be done about that from that aspect. When she's talking about like, oh, you're just like a makeup influencer, like da da da, like you're convincing people to buy things that they don't need. Like from a general perspective, I totally get it. Like I totally get it, but also like like just to be real, like there's girls like me, right, who don't wear makeup. I don't wear makeup, don't know how to do it, and um when I want to dabble in it or learn about it, you know, who am I gonna go to? I can go to these experts, these makeup experts online who know how to do their makeup well, who like have a similar skin tone as me, and they can, you know, show me the way. If someone who can teach me how to beat my face properly is making a living off of that, teaching other people how to beat their face, I'm mad at that. I don't I have no reason to be upset if like someone's rich for like teaching people how to do their makeup. I don't know how to fucking do my makeup. I appreciate when I go on TikTok and I search up how to use something or how to use a certain makeup product and they fucking show me how to do it. Like I appreciate that. I'm not mad at it. Um and I like influencer culture, the part of influencer culture where like I kind of like being influenced to buy stuff. Ugh. I don't know. Sorry, I do. I kind of like it. Like I will sometimes see things and I'm like, you know what? I should get that or oh this would be good for that. And then a lot of things I don't buy, but I don't know. I don't disagree with what you're saying at all, but I personally don't have a problem with it. Maybe I should, but I have other problems with influencer culture. I just think that overall there's just a extreme over uh there's just an extreme oversaturation of influencers and to me there are just a lot of people that's kind of like begging and that don't actually give a fraction of a fuck about building community and making any type of change in the content space. It's literally just all about money. And that's the part that I don't like. I'm not really mad at Kai Cenat for like getting a million subscribers and making God knows how much money. I'm not mad at all of these rich influencers. At the end of the day, niggas are in their chat giving them money. Like at the end of the day, niggas are watching their videos and they're getting a check every month off of it. How why am I mad because other people are these people are popular. People like them. I can't be mad about that. Like it is what it is. People enjoy their content and I think that that part is a bit unfair to kind of insinuate that like these extremely wealthy influencers don't deserve it because oh it's too much because oh you don't do anything you don't do enough and I don't know. I just think about like all the influencers I grew up watching as a kid, like YouTubers and stuff. And I just think when I think of the people that I really enjoy, like when I think of the content creators that I thoroughly enjoy, I want to support them. I do subscribe. I do pay for content because they are entertaining me and I enjoy them and I want to support them. And I don't think there's anything wrong. I think if you look at stuff like, makeup reviewers or fashion influencers as like not deserving of like a whole lot of money and stuff, I understand it. But these people truly do influence a lot of people in a lot of many different ways. And they also influence um culture and they influence social media and what's trending, what's popular. And yeah, these people do they deserve a check. They deserve some money from that. Um Now if you want to get into the conversation of how much, this is the thing. When it comes to social media, we have to be able to understand that the sky's the limit and that people are going to be able to get paid insane amounts of money, right? And I agree that there are people who should, be giving back, and who shouldn't want to be selfish and keep all the money to themselves. But like, I just don't understand why people are getting mad at what you literally cause. You all make these influencers famous. You all make these influencers money. Y'all literally do it all the time. So why are we now mad that, like, oh my gosh, y'all are too popular. Y'all are making way too much money. Like, we literally are the reason. We are literally the reason that they are able to make a living off of social media. Like, I don't necessarily agree with that. So, but I definitely think she had a lot of valid points. I saw a couple other TikToks as well, and I agree. I do think that, I don't know, I just can't really get behind the idea that, like, there's something wrong with wanting to make money off of social media in general. I think if that is your only intention, I don't think that's a great idea. I think if you have a goal of like, "Oh, I just wanna make money off social media because it's easy and whatever," I think that's terrible. But I think if you have, like, true authentic passion for a certain aspect of it, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Um, Not everyone is passionate about working any type of everyday job, or not everyone wants to be a fucking nurse or a lawyer. Like, there's a gazillion different ways for people to make money now. And so I don't want to champion this idea that there's anything wrong with people wanting to uh pursue their creative endeavors through social media. There's like there's way too many ways to make money for us to complain now that, like, influencers are making too much. Like, there's people that support them and that like their content. So that's why they make the money that they make. They're popular enough and they are entertaining or intriguing enough in some kind of way. That's why they get brand deals they get. Like, it's just cause and effect. So, I don't really know. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at Kai Cenat for having all the money he has. He's very well deserving. Um, and I feel like everybody else who just has, like, a whole bunch of money and they're an influencer, I think that they're well deserving. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Um, I also want to talk about um where I think the future of influencing is headed. And I feel like I've talked about this a little bit, but while I'm kind of on it, I do think that I personally think that the state of influencer culture is obviously going to eventually die out. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I think that we will have enough people. I think are going to continue to see many different ways to make money on social media. I think we're going to continue to see so many different ways to make money online. I think we're going to continue to see many different people just expanding our minds just even more. Like, I talk about Kai a lot, but he's just such a good example. Like, I never would have thought that by now I would be watching a full blown production on a live stream for like 30 days for entertainment. I never would have thought, but like someone like Kai comes out the gate and like opens a whole new lane, and like that's going to continue to happen. Um Things are going to continue to evolve. The things that we are capable of as humans, and like the shit we can come up with in our minds, and just technology evolving, I have very high hopes for influencing content creators, I think it's going to continue to expand. I always say that the people who are not genuine, the people who are not really committed to this shit, really committed to their audience, they're going to die off. They're going to fall off, they're going to trickle off, and you'll never think about them again. You'll never think about them ever again. You'll never like you won't care. So I never see the point in complaining about complaining too much about just influencers and kind of the state of everything because the people who aren't real will like fall off. They'll trickle right on off. And for me, I want to talk about what I used to where I was as an influencer and what I see myself like where I see myself going. Um and I feel like originally I was in a bit of a stagnant place and I was pretty complacent and what I see for myself in the future, I know for sure that like I don't want to have a presence online for very long. Like I'm what? How old am I? I'm 22. When I'm like pushing 30, I won't even say that. When I'm like, yeah, when I'm like pushing 30, like it's certainly going to be most of my life that I am not on social media. Like I'm getting it all out of my system now because once I'm pushing 30, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Um, but what I see for myself is being continuing to be an innovator and opening doors for people and opening new lanes. I see myself helping a lot of people creatively. I see myself being a part of many different creative projects. Um whether it's in like acting, music, film, streaming, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, I don't know, name it. I think I'm going to be everywhere. I think you're going to see my influence all throughout this shit. And I think I see really big things for me. Like, but my main intention is to help expand the creative mind of others. I really think that a lot of people are very narrow minded and they don't understand. And I know there's a lot of creative people that second guess themselves and that limit themselves. And this actually goes into what I want to talk about as well to close this episode out. Um, I noticed that a lot of people my age are always on 10. They're always like, "Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, like, I have to be on my P's and Q's. I have to I can't get any sleep. I have to stay up all night and record this album, or I have to, like, stay up all night and edit all these videos. I have to work a job every single day. I gotta go to school full time. I have to carry all of this and work so hard and overwork myself 1,000 times over while simultaneously self-deprecating and also second guessing my creative abilities and my talents, but also working really hard and being consistent because I just have to. And I think at some point we have to admit that that's fucking unhealthy. I understand that a lot of successful people push this like hardworking energy, like, "Oh, you just have to keep going and you have to work hard," and I do agree that obviously you have to work hard and consistently at anything that you want to achieve. However, we also have to learn when to sit our asses down. We also have to learn when to allow ourselves to fucking relax. I literally had to check myself this week because I was mad at myself for wanting to relax. I was mad at myself for because I didn't feel well, my stomach didn't feel well, and I literally could not stream, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you always stream on Wednesdays, and you have to be consistent. You've been streaming for 15 weeks in a row, you have to keep going," and I'm like, in my head, I'm talking to myself in my head like, "Bitch, you're not feeling well. Your body is saying no, lay your ass down, and you'll stream later on in the week." And I feel like I do that a lot. A lot of the times when I catch myself just trying to relax, just trying to lay down or enjoy the day, I kind of get frustrated and I'm like, what? I have to check myself. I'm like, bitch, you have to be kidding. You have to be fucking kidding. Like, relax. You work hard enough, you do enough. And like it's important for us to constantly remind ourselves of how consistent we are about it's important for us to remind ourselves of what we've accomplished. It's important for you to be like, "You know what? Well, I've been doing this, and this, and I accomplished this, and I did this," because you have to remind yourself that yes, you're well deserving of that glass of wine and a bag of chips. You're well deserving of going out, to hang out with your friends. You're well deserving of staying up all night, binge watching whatever your favorite show is. It is okay. You do not have to be on 10 24/7. Yes, it's okay for you to work hard, but have some balance. Get some fucking sleep. Make sure you're well fed. Smoke whatever you smoke on, drink whatever you drink on. Just fucking relax. Okay? Everyone relax. I don't know why my generation we feel like we have to run off absolutely nothing. I don't know why we feel like we have to just be on 10 all the fucking time. And like I see it and I live it on a daily basis and I have to talk myself down like bitch calm down. Like you're okay. And like I'm a person that pays attention to time, like how fast time moves. I pay attention to like dates and like I just bro my mind races. And I know that that happens for a lot of people too. And I just have to remind like we gotta fucking relax, slow down. If we don't give ourselves some wiggle room, we're actually gonna go insane. So, so please give yourself some breathing room. Let yourself relax. Allow yourself to experience life as it is in the moment, and do not overexert yourself. I know you want to achieve that goal very badly, and I know that you feel like you have to damn near kill yourself to get it. But like just relax. Give yourself a break. Let yourself breathe, go on a fucking vacation or something. Give yourself a balance and don't be mad at yourself for wanting to relax or lay down all day and do nothing. You've earned it. You've earned it. Okay? Um I am done yapping for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I will have a lot more to talk about next week and the week after and the week after that. And yeah, please follow me on all social media platforms, join up the Discord. I will be planning collabs for these episodes very soon. Um I'll be planning thank you Isaiah. Um I'll be planning some collabs for what month are we about to, yeah, like November-ish. So if you're interested, definitely reach out to me. Um, but yeah, make sure you follow my YouTube, My Thoughts No One Asked For, follow my Instagram. We are live Friday nights now. I'm switching on over to Friday nights temporarily. I have a lot planned for season 2. um, and so yeah, I'm very excited. I'm really happy I didn't miss my stream today because I'm so fucking tired. Been working all week. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. Oh my god. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.